Hello, how's it going out there? Yeah, hey, somebody's here. Cool. Thought I'd do a quick little Tuesday night stream. Everybody's gone. Kim's working tonight, so I thought, what the hell? Good time to do one of these. Won't be bothering anybody or anything. So hopefully we get a few people come in. We'll give it a few minutes here and see what happens. See if we get a little crowd or not. This is kind of unexpected. I just decided to do it a few minutes ago, so we shall see who we got in here. So we got a couple people. How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good week so far? We got 3. We're down to 2. Somebody come on. Talk to me now. Think about maybe taking the crowd a little later after this and going for a little ride around town to kind of relax and maybe catch the sunset if I get out there in time. I'm not sure, but the car is really dirty though, and the main street here in town, when I came home from work today, something happened. I don't know if a truck dumped something happened, and there's a whole bunch of sand and like gravel in the road for like 2-block stretch, and it's a big mess. I don't know what happened, but now I got to try to avoid that mess, which is like the main road in town here. So I don't know. That sucks, but what's up, LWRC? How you doing, man? Car's treating me great so far. Everything's great. I hate to even say that because that's when something bad happens. Knock on the wood down here. Yeah, it's been great so far. Car's great. Loving the car and all that good stuff. Yeah, really no complaints. So, how's it going for you? How's everybody doing tonight? I did get a message from a guy earlier. I think it was this morning. That he has 2018 Scat Pack like mine with only 5,000 miles on it, and the engine seized up or something. So that's not good. But I haven't heard a lot of problems like that really. But hello. Asks, what's a good car scanner for a Hellcat? What's a good car scanner for? I'm not sure what you're asking there. Hello, sorry. We got 4 people. Hey, we got 3 thumbs up and we only have 4 people in here, so that's pretty good. What do you mean by car scanner? Hello. You got a good name there. Hello. Hey, Mark, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Good to see you here again. I've got quite a few more emails of people's cars in the last day or two. So I'm going to put some of those photos up in probably the next video. I'll just try to keep that going. We won't base the video around those, but that'll always be part of the video. I think if we get them, if they keep coming in, we'll keep doing that and get those in as like part of the video. Kind of fun. I like doing it a lot, like seeing everybody's cars and putting them in there. LWRC, I do not know any. I haven't really heard a lot of news about 2020s being really anything, any new exciting news or anything different really. So I think the ordering banks for 2020 is not open yet. It usually is. I could be wrong if somebody knows. They're staying real quiet about it, so I don't know what's going on. I know for all the other years, the previous 2 years, you could start ordering the next year model like July, first week of July, I think it was, and I don't think you could this year. So I don't know what the deal with that is, but I might be wrong if somebody knows different than that. If you can order one now, I don't know, but because we ordered ours on, I think it was July 10th of 2017 for a 2018 model, and the production didn't start till July 24th at the factory. That was when they first started doing the 2018. So anyway, I don't know. But from what I understand, you can't order a 2020 right at the moment. So at least as of like a week ago, you couldn't anyway, I think. I could be wrong. Somebody probably knows. Somebody's probably out there that has ordered one or is in the process or something. But maybe there's something cool. I don't know. Hopefully, they've been doing a good job of keeping it fresh and new, even though it's not fresh and new. It's the same, same basic looking car and everything, but they keep doing new little models and little things, little options and cool little versions of the car. So they've been doing a really good job with that, which is keeping it kind of up there keeps it in the news, keeps people interested. They did the 1320 and the Scat Pack wide bodies and the red eye and all that stuff. They're just always up to something. So they're really good at that. They do a nice good job with that kind of thing. Tail Happy, what is going on, man? Thanks for coming in. Just home alone. Thought I'd fire up the old live stream for a little while and see if we could get a few people and hang out a while. Everybody's gone tonight, so got the house to myself. And Sky says sorry. Okay, cool, Sky. Had to re-render and re-upload it, huh? Okay. Oh, that reminds me. I need to keep that in mind. We got 10 people. Cool. We're doing pretty good for not even announcing this and just kind of like 10-minute warning, I think I gave. So. Oh, really? You found a Hellcat and a real price new. Sweet. Give us some details, man. Unless you don't want to tell. Ooh, black with the red. Cool. Very cool. That's a good combination. Dominic, hello. What's going on? Thanks for coming in, Dominic. Appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, that's cool. You'll give the details when it's in your driveway. Okay. All right, man. That sounds good, Sky. Cool, dude. I'm being a good boy and drinking water tonight. Yeah, doing a live stream on a weeknight. Like I was telling, but I got the house to myself tonight, so thought I would just pop in here, see if we get something going for a little while. And nobody's home. Kim's at work, and her son is at his dad's house. And what the hell? Let's fire up the live stream and see what happens. Matthew Trinworth, what's going on? Good to see you back. So is everybody having a pretty good week so far? I know it's only Tuesday, but hey, we're well into the week now, I guess. So everybody having a good week? Anything interesting other than Sky's potential Hellcat purchase? Steve Fitzpatrick, hello. What's up, man? You're back. I don't have any really exciting news in the last couple of days. Really, not much has happened. I've worked and slept. That's about it. Rough day at work yesterday. A pretty good day today, though. Oh, that's right, Mark. I forgot you're in New Zealand, so yeah, you're already halfway in there, huh? It's Wednesday. Yeah, I didn't think about that. LWRC says thinking about trading in his 911 for a red eye. Cool. Not sure if I can do it, although at that new discount is tempting. Yeah, that's a hell of a discount. That's a really, really cool deal that they're offering. So Yeah, I'm not off till Sunday either, Dominic. I talk about hump day, but it's not really for me because tomorrow because yeah, I work Saturday as well. I work Monday through Saturday. So tires are great, awesome. So far everything's cool with that. So very happy with those. Matthew is looking on trying to get a Sublime. Oh, cool. Scat Pack wide body. Nice, nice, nice. With the $10 per horsepower discount, might be able to make it work. The dealer is about 4 hours away. Oh yeah, it's worth the trip. If it's within a day's drive, and that's easy. That's an easy. That's just a short little. I live in the middle of nowhere, so 4 hour drive for me is that's just normal. Yeah, man, that's definitely worth it. I am feeling better. I still have a little bit of a headache, but everything else is good. Everything else is much, much better than it was. So I'm not sure what was going on. Old age, probably. I've been, like I said the other night, I've been eating really poorly. So that's probably what's making me feel bad. A new Hellcat for 55. Man, that's a hell of a deal, dude. Dang. That's crazy. I read somewhere today. I get a little Google news alerts or whatever about stuff, and I think I got one today that said there are still. Oh, what the hell was it? I don't. Never mind. I can't remember what it was now. There was still something on some lots new. I can't remember now. A new Hellcat for 55. Wow. There's used ones out there for more than that. I think you better get it. 19 Hellcats are less expensive than the 2018. Wow. Auto with leather, so it's got the leather and everything. I thought maybe it was going to be like just a basic one with the cloth or something. Damn, that's a hell of a deal, man. Yeah, that's what it was. There's still some demons on lots, like probably the ones that have had them marked up uh, crazy, the crazy markups. They don't really want to sell them. Probably they'd rather keep them. So 55,000 for a new Hellcat. Dang, damn, that is a deal. I don't think you should pass that up. Scat Packs at MSRP at 55 or 45. Yeah, wide bodies. There's some deals out there for sure. I kind of wish I was buying now instead of when I did. That's all right though. I love my car. Might move up to something else though. We'll see. Definitely be a challenger of some sort if I do. Thank you, Sky. Yeah, 305s on the back and 275s on the front. I went from 245s to the 305s on the back, so I've never had a 275 on the back, so I don't know. I've heard mixed results with 275s. It still spins with 305s too, so um, and I mean it depends on the tire too. I didn't buy the greatest tire. I got Cooper Xeon RS3 something or another. I forget now. They're not the world's greatest tires, but They're pretty good. They're not bad. I mean, they're not junk either, but they're kind of in between. I'm sure with the 275 with the right tire on the back, you probably get pretty decent grip. The 245s that came on mine were just ridiculous. It was way too skinny of a tire for that much power. So I'm glad those are off of there, and I got my. They're much better now. I mean, I get way much better launch and everything than I used to, but it's still I can still spin them pretty easily with 305s on there. So yeah, but that car with your yeah, a Hellcat with that much with 275s is probably 275. You probably need more, but they come with. You can always move up to bigger tires, so rip them first ones right off of there, use them up, you know what I mean, and then move up to a bigger one, which is kind of what I did. I wanted to get new tires right away, but then I thought, what the hell? These are on there. They're brand new. Let's just go with what we got. Use them up a little bit. Have a little fun with them. When they started to get worn out, we went ahead and moved up and got new rims and tires. We got 9 people. Cool. Yeah, old school traction bars. I don't think Becky. She may not realize it because she, this is unannounced pretty much. So maybe she'll see that we're here. She'll pop in. Oh man. That is probably the best part about living where I live is the nice open roads out in the country. The highways are pretty good here. We got a couple that are really bad, but I avoid those as far as being damaged and potholey and all that kind of stuff. There's one in particular that's so bad they had to lower the speed limit down to 50. It was 60. It was 65, and they recently put up 50-mile-an-hour signs because the road is in such terrible shape. And they are not in. I think there's no plans to fix it for another year or two. So it's a really bad road. We had a couple of those around here, but most of the highways around here are nice roads and open spaces, and there's not very little traffic. So it can be a lot of fun, and you can be somewhat safely have fun because there's nobody else around at least. So if you do something dumb, it's only going to be you that pays for it. Hey, Chad, what's going on? Chad's on his lunch break. Good to see you, man. I have scraped up the bottom of the front splitter a few times on when parking. Pulled up a little too far, especially at first when you first get the car. It's a little, it's messed up a couple times, and I still mess up occasionally. There's been every few months I'll scrape something just a little bit with it. You think, okay, I want to pull in just a little farther because I don't want your butt hanging out too far, and so you pull up a little farther, and you think, well, maybe just a little bit more, and then but all the scratches are on the very bottom. You really can't even see them unless you get under there and look. So, and from what I understand, the that front, at least on the Scat Pack on mine anyway, that front splitter thing is, I think it's pretty cheap to replace. So it's not the end of the world if I scrape it up more. From what I understand, it's fairly easy to replace, and it's not very expensive either. So it's just a piece of gray plastic, which is kind of nice. Yeah, there's a lot of things that they could do to the cars, but with the more stuff they do, the more expensive it gets, and they want to keep it, within a price point and all that stuff. So there's a few things I wish the car had, but we should had memory seats and stuff and all the memory settings because there's two of us that drive it. That would be nice because we're completely different seating positions and everything. So that would be nice, but it doesn't have that. There's a few things I wish it had, but then of course the power passenger seat would be nice, but that would also add weight and expense. So I do not have navigation. Decided not to get that. Decided I didn't need it. We all have that on our phones anyway, so I didn't really feel the need. It was it was quite a bit extra money for that. So we ordered ours, so we pretty much picked and chose what we wanted. I do not. Yeah, I would like to have a front. I would like to have some cameras. The front camera. I think I was telling you guys the other night. I saw there's coming out with radar detectors now that have a camera integrated. That's a camera. They're both, and they're a little expensive still, but Tail Happy is off next week, and you think you're going to go shopping with a $10 per horsepower? Cool. Yeah, I don't know if laser jammers work. Do they? I don't even know. Yeah, laser. If the cops have the laser, you're pretty much screwed, I think. But the other stuff works pretty well. I mean, my radar detector works great. People say, "Oh, they don't work," but it works fantastic. And I don't go around speeding a lot, but it gives you a ton of warning if they're out on the highway and they're hitting other cars out in front of you or behind you or somewhere. Um, you get a bunch of warning on the regular radar on the KA band and the K band. Hector, what is going on? Hello, Hector. Robbie, have you ever been to the track? I have not been to the track. I got people wanting me to go drag racing. We have some drag races up about 60 miles from here. A few times, like every other weekend or so. They got a schedule over the summer. It's kind of erratic, but Hector's having a good time. You smoking your 9? That's a late start, man. Those are rookie numbers. So I have 2 PewDiePie. Okay, yeah. All right. I was hoping this would happen. Dominic uses Waze. Yeah, I heard Waze is really good. I should probably use that too, but I did have I had downloaded because my radar detector is a Beltronics, which is part of the Escort. Escort owns them, and so I had that Escort app where it's kind of like Waze, and you can report when you see something and all the other things. But I live so far out in the middle of nowhere that it was doing me no good. I had that thing on my phone for like 6 months, and I never got one single any kind of anything off of it because I just live so far out in the middle of nowhere. This guy want to see a demo of Android Auto in the Dodge. Yeah. You play Fortnite? No, I don't play Fortnite. I don't have an Xbox. No time for that. I know. I love that. Trolls make me happy. So they say they may remove the police detection on Waze. They might have removed it near. Oh boy. Guy plays Mech Warrior. I'm not gay. Good for you, Hector. Whatever makes you happy, man. Whatever floats your boat. None of my business. This is my first Challenger. I fell in love with Challengers a few years ago and finally got one. So it's my first one. Sky's neighbor says they should get a Charger, not the Challenger. I disagree, unless you need 4 doors for some reason. My kids are all, my youngest kid is a senior in high school, so I don't really need the whole 4-door thing. Yeah, we talk about cars mostly in here, Hector, but we can talk about anything you want. We have no restrictions unless it's, there's certain things I will not allow, but other than that, like we're not going to talk about, we won't even go there, but. Nothing offensive. We'll just say that. Lexus is the best, but Lexus makes pretty good cars. Kind of boring in my opinion, but there's nothing wrong with their cars though, as far as quality. I used to date a girl who had a Lexus. Somebody might know the model in here. It was a little sports car little thing. It was an older one, but it was really cool. I can't remember I cannot remember what the name of it was because it just had numbers and letters. So cool little car though, pretty quick. Yeah, Sky, you should move away from those negative people. Hector's Dead has a Lexus ISF 2007. Cool. Any plans on a cam or forced induction? Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Sky's neighbor is just jealous. So they went from owning a supercharged Super Snake, oh cool, to a family car with kids. Oh man, well, you got to do what you got to do sometimes, but yeah, that would kind of suck. I have no idea about Fortnite. I think one of my kids played that, I think. I can't remember now. John Paul, what's going on? Yeah, thank you for sending those pictures, John Paul. Great car. And hey, Becky did show up. Yay, Becky's here. Yeah, thanks for sending those pictures, John Paul. I appreciate that. I like putting you guys' cars in there. So we're very happy to put you guys' photos. I got quite a few more built up, like I was telling you guys earlier, in my email. And a couple people sent me messages on my Joey66 Facebook page. Same name as my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to check that out, please do. A couple people have sent me pictures on there too that I will put up. So. Now check out my Joey66 Facebook page if you guys get a chance. I'm also the same thing, Joey66 on Instagram. Or Joey Freeman on Facebook because it's my actual name. I shouldn't tell people that, but I don't give a crap. Never played Black Ops. I don't play video games anymore. I don't know time for that kind of stuff anymore. I wish it's probably a good thing I don't, because I'd probably get all into it, and stuff would happen. I'd get in trouble by spending too much time. I like my car and my job and my YouTube stuff. That's my those are my hobbies: my YouTube channel, my car. Sky says, "Is it wrong to buy Hellcat if you don't intend to drive fast?" No, not at all. It's good to know you have it there. It's like buying a gun without intending to shoot it. It's good to have it. Becky, we've just been talking about cars and what else, guys? Hector's been entertaining us a little bit. I do a few things, Sky, for work. I'm an international drug dealer. No, I work at an auto parts store, and I have my YouTube channel, and I have a couple other small little businesses that I run from the house here too. So, well, a few different things. I was a assistant manager at a grocery store until a couple of months ago. I decided to put in my 2 weeks and get out of there and do something else that was less. I don't know what the word is, but kind of wanted to learn something new. So I have no idea who that is, Hector. Yes, I am a male prostitute as well. Um, yeah, I know the NBA, but I don't really follow it. So I don't really can't even name any of the players for to you. I'm not a big sports guy. I used to be a big NFL fan, but I kind of quit watching the NFL a couple of years ago as well. So I bet you can't guess why. Sky, you do cybersecurity, but always wanted to be a porn star. I think the C8 is beautiful, and it's going to be an amazing car, and they're going to sell 1 million of them, and it's going to be quite the car, and I kind of want one. I will not trade in a Challenger for one. I would love to have one in addition to a Challenger, but it is a great car, so it looks like it's going to be amazing, and I think they've already scared the you-know-what out of a bunch of other car companies, I think, with this thing, and I think they're going to sell 1 million of them, so. A little bit of discount, yeah. No, it's okay, Hector. You go ahead. You first. Yep, I got to agree. General Motors, they haven't done, in my opinion, haven't done a whole lot of good things lately. But man, the C8 is like, whoa. I watched it that night, live and everything. I waited up, so I was kind of excited. And then when I saw it, I was even more excited. And when they started talking about price and everything, it got even more exciting. So yeah. Trimic, I don't know. I saw that, but I don't know if they figured out what happened. I haven't heard much else other than the video on that demon burning up. John Paul wants to know what's next for the channel. Any surprises? Maybe some surprises. We'll see, but I don't really know for sure. I'm just kind of winging it right now. Just kind of going with the flow and coming up with ideas, and some of them are thought out. Some of them are spur of the moment. I want to do some stuff to the car, and I want to get some other people's cars in the videos, like not just pictures, but I want to actually get a few people that I know's cars and make a video with their cars and my car, some things like that, and maybe some other funny stuff. I got some funny stuff planned. And Hector is an illegal Mexican. Come on, man, do it the right way. You're welcome here, but you got to do it the right way, man. I'm running out of drink. I've only got a little bit of water left. I don't know how much I can. We're not going to go into politics here, Hector. Try to avoid that because it just kind of splits everybody in half. So. Uh-oh. Calm down, Hector. Came on a 10 tail 10 till 8 my time. So this guy can have some men in vans visit you in 20 minutes. Yeah, GT500 is looking good. I just saw a post earlier that said they did the 0 to 100 to 0 in 10 point, I remember, 10 seconds and something, 0 to 100 and back to 0. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, the GT500 looks really nice too. I really like all the new Mustangs. I think they look good, and the GT500 is impressive. There's some great cars out there. I'm not just a Mopar crazy guy, and I mean I love my car, and I love Challengers, and still my favorite by far. But I got to admit, there's some other cars that are awesome. We're living in a pretty cool time, so I wish Camaro would get their heads out of their butt and do something. I mean, performance-wise, they have, but it just doesn't look right to me. So. But to each his own. I'm sure some people think that car is beautiful, and I just don't see it. But what are those other things? I see eggplants and are those peaches? Sky, you can't wait for the next Fast and Furious. Wish they would go back like the first. I've only seen like the one that was it the last one or the one before where they had the Demon in it, kind of before the Demon was out. That's the only reason I even went to see it, because the Dodge Demon was in it for not very long either. Yeah, thanks, Becky. I thought that was pretty funny. Dwayne Johnson sucks. Yeah, the GT500 will be hard to get unless you want. A lot of the cars when they first come out, especially, are. I've never been a huge fan of those movies anyway. I don't know. I mean, they're okay, I guess, but I kind of miss the old. I don't know. I wish they would make some more like car type movies like that. Only a little bit more, less far fetched, I guess. A little more where I can actually get into it and believe some of the stuff could happen. Astros, let's go Astros! Woohoo! You like the Astros, huh? Houston Astros. Good for you. I've lost track of baseball too. Used to be a Colorado Rockies fan, but I have lost track. I couldn't name you a player or who the coach is or anything else. The manager. So you must be from Houston, I'm guessing. You like the Texans? Well, Hector said he's 9 and he smokes, so I think he's drinking a little too. I used to be, I don't know if you can see that, Bronco fan. Okay. All right. Dominic's diehard Steelers fan, cool. I kind of drifted away from the NFL after the weird crap that was going on a couple of years ago. I've been thinking about watching again this year. I've been catching myself watching YouTube videos about football and stuff. Kind of missing it. No, I do not see that, Sky. Bad Moms, Mila Kunis. She could do anything. Challenger for a spin, although sometimes she should not say things that she says. But anyway, yeah, she's a pretty lady and she's a challenger too. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, Chad, those are the kind of movies that I miss. I know they were not that greatly made and they were far fetched as well. But Jennifer says, "Go Chiefs." I hate the Chiefs and the Raiders because I'm a Bronco fan. Everyone where I live is either a Chiefs fan or a Bronco fan because we're kind of halfway in between. here where we live in Nebraska, where I live, we're probably a little closer to Kansas City than we are to Denver, but I'd say it's split fan wise. Raiders, boo! Lions fan, that's got to be tough, Tail Happy. That's got to be really tough. I was born just right there in Warren, Michigan, so there's lots of pictures of me when I was a little kid wearing Lions pajamas and stuff like that. Yeah, you got Mahomes. I've lost track of football the last couple of years. I'm thinking about getting back into it. I went since I was about 9 years, or well, about 10 years old, until I was just a couple of years ago. I either watched it on TV, listened to it on the radio, or at a Bronco game. I never missed one. Never really missed a play, unless I had to run to the bathroom or something like that. But either radio, TV, or actually attending the games at Mile High. Been to a bunch of them there. I never missed a play, but then I got really kind of disgruntled with the NFL a couple of years ago. And I just said, never mind, I'm not getting any more of my money. And we'll see, though. I may come back. We'll see. He says even the Browns are better than it. Yes, I did see that movie. There's a bunch of good movies from back in the day. There was, of course, Vanishing Point was great, although really weird and doesn't make a lot of sense. But there's another one, Two Lane Blacktop, which I think is a great car movie. It's another weird one. Doesn't make a lot of sense either. But yeah, a lot of people walked away from the NFL. I may come back. I don't know. I used to always watch the draft, and I'd watch all the preseason. I'd watch every Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night game. I would watch certainly every anything the Broncos were involved in. And yeah, but this guy liked the YouTube video where the Hellcat outruns the helicopter. Yeah, that's pretty good. I gotta say though, when I quit watching football all the time, it sure freed me up to do a lot of other stuff. You don't realize how much of your life you spend if you watch all the games, and it turns into a. Becky, you like Death Proof? It's a great movie. I thought it was pretty good. I was more excited about it than when I saw it. I was disappointed, but I don't know. It was good though. Hot Rod Fuego, what's going on? Thank you. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Robbie Friends, have you ever thought about moving to a warmer state? Yes. I've been looking, I was telling people before that I was looking at like the most moderate climates to live in as far as in the United States. Places that don't get too hot or too cold, they kind of stay within a certain range, 30 to 90-ish area or whatever. And Reno, Nevada was one of those areas, and I think Little Rock, Arkansas. So I've been considering those two places. I don't like extreme cold or extreme heat. Thanks, Hot Rod. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Jennifer's hardcore KC fan there. Yeah, NASCAR kind of lost me just because it got so boring, and I tried to watch it a couple times, and it's just not the same. It was so much better. I don't want to sound like the old guy who everything was used to be better, but man, NASCAR was pretty cool really all the way up through the mid 2000s, and then they kind of, I don't know what happened. Now I turn it on, it's like I don't know any of the drivers really, and the Earnhardts are gone, Gordon's gone, a bunch of those guys are gone. I mean, I don't know, it's just not the same, and the cars are all exactly the same, and those cars have absolutely nothing to do with the cars that are on the car lot. So Now they got the chase and all the stupid playoffs and all that. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't like it. But yeah, NASCAR. Remember when they used to pack the stands, and they still it was the number one spectator sport as far as people going to the going to the event and all that. Now you look up in the stands and it's half empty. They try to hide it on the camera. They try not to show that, but you still catch glimpses of it. Yeah, they took all it's all politically correct now, and they try to, they had to get rid of the cigarette sponsorships and all that other, it's just gotten to a point of it got too far from where it used to be. Yeah, Sky One, Kelly, all the old guys back in those days, and then the next generation after that were still pretty cool and all that. And then now it's just, I don't know, I've just lost interest in it. I think internet and stuff, a lot of like Hot Rod says, a lot of sports have peaked. I think people have just got more things to do now. There's more different forms of entertainment, and there's more going on. I think people want to do stuff themselves, and I don't know. I think the guys who want to sit back and watch sports that's dwindling a little more. It's getting dwindled away little by little, especially when you start to realize how much time you waste if you watch. If you get into some sport and you spend all your time watching those games, you start thinking about all the things you could be taking care of and doing while that's going on. I guess that's one good thing about sometimes I like to listen to games on the radio because I can still do other things while, just turn the radio up real loud and listen to the game. Some sports are better on the radio than others. Football's not bad on the radio. Some are a little harder to follow on the radio, but I'm more excited about going out in my car or working on my car, just cleaning the car, driving the car, making videos. I like doing all that stuff a lot more than I like sitting back and watching sports. But I'd rather be doing something myself. I still I'll probably start watching the Broncos again. I don't imagine that I'll stay away from it forever, but this guy wants his Sex in the Car was your all-time favorite. Yeah, that's always good. Well, if you got the right car, sometimes it's Jennifer says that's why she's a football fan. You can take out your aggravation screaming at the TV once a week. Yeah. Yeah, you got to invest in your happiness. I think that that's an important thing. You don't want to just, you got to do some things that you want to do just for the fact that you're doing them, and you got to seize the day and enjoy life sometimes. So, John Paul's going to say, don't forget the Toronto Raptors being champions in the NBA. Robbie says Oklahoma has good weather, no emissions, have a single license plate, 3 drag strips, and 1 road track. By the way, I love your channel. Thank you. Yeah, Oklahoma seems like a pretty cool. My grandparents used to have a house. They lived in Oklahoma for a while, and they had a house down there on the what's it? It was near Grove, Oklahoma, on the big lake down there. And it was super nice down there and everything, but yeah, I want to live somewhere that has a single. Well, I can do just a single license plate here, but I got to pay the state $100 a year to do the single license plate. And we still don't have concealed carry here without a license. All the states around us do. We got high taxes, and most of the laws here are pretty cool, though. That's a bit difficult in a challenger at our age. Yeah, it gets harder the older you get. And it's like, we're going to have to get out to do this again. Chase tornadoes, put oil from I can chase tornadoes here really well here where I'm at. We get a lot of tornadoes. Not a lot, but if you go out looking for them, you can find them. Come to Maryland, huh? I've never been up in that area of the country at all. That's another thing I want to do. I want to just get in the car, take all my cameras and my laptop, just travel the country, just go aimlessly, visit all the areas I haven't been to, make videos. Jennifer, you can make tornadoes chase us. Yeah. Becky doesn't allow food in her car, so everything else is out of the question. I used to have a Dodge minivan. I won't say nothing, but there are some advantages to the minivan life. They're pretty dorky, but I would like to vlog a tornado chase. That would be cool. Sky says you need to see Charlie Bo 313 videos. He visits all the slums in the United States. Cool. Talks to gang members. Yeah, Becky, you just got to throw a blanket down her. I really did. I really had a Dodge minivan a while back. I had it for several years, and it was a good car. I mean, we beat the heck out of that thing, and it's kept going, and other people are still driving it now. So it was dorky and everything. There's nothing cool about it, but very convenient and comfortable, and you can haul a lot of stuff, and you can do other stuff in it too. So. Hector is back from his timeout. Can you dance, please? Yeah, let's everybody dance. That's all I'm getting. That's it. Too old, Becky. Come on now. Yeah, I had a Grand Caravan. Sky wants to travel the United States with his wife and use a big Cadillac convertible. That would be cool. I have seen some of that hot rod. I've seen some of the Japanese minivan stuff. That's pretty cool. I wouldn't hesitate to get another one if I just needed some transportation kind of car, you know, if I just needed something to get back and forth to work, school, or whatever, or a third car, or well, I have 4 cars now, a 5th car. I wouldn't hesitate. If I came across a good deal on the minivan, I'd buy it because I wouldn't hesitate. I really don't care what anybody else thinks. And I have a really cool car, so they can think whatever they want about my minivan. So. Yeah, she may donate whatever you want, Hector. Just hit the little $ down there. I have not seen the smart car with the Hayabusa engine. I have not seen that. Thank you, Calgary. Appreciate that. I know it's not a big, huge thing. You know, 1 million views over 360 some videos, I think it is. Isn't that impressive? But it was cool just to see that 1 million times someone's clicked on a video of mine. That's pretty cool. So. Hector is broke. You have no money. Yeah, well, it's okay. You're still welcome here. Yeah, I've heard someone say something about that before, Sky, but I haven't seen it. I'm sure there's videos and stuff. I'll have to check that out one of these days. I'm sure I will come across it. Oh, Jennifer, I make some of my video, actually my last few videos, and I usually do it every month or so. But my last 4 or 5 videos, I like to put viewer rides in there, so people send me pictures of their cars, usually in my email. But you could also send them to my Facebook page too, Joy66, and I will just put your car in the video with your name up on the screen if you want people to see your car. And I like to do that because I like to show other people's cars that watch my channel and all that stuff. I think it's kind of fun and kind of cool, and kind of makes the channel everybody's in a way. So. Yeah, Hector was in there for a little while. He's being better now. Some people get 1 million views on single videos. So 1 million views overall isn't that great, but I'm happy. It's pretty exciting to think about it. I hope it continues. So I like to, keep that going and get my subscribers way up and get my views way up. And then maybe if I get to that point someday, I will just head out in the car and travel the country and meet some of you guys and make videos about it. And I think that would be pretty cool. So good night, John Paul. Thank you, man. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, Hector. I have seen Impractical Jokers. So Jennifer's car is a daily driver and a show car. Her name is Bellatrix. On the top 25 out of 272 awesome cars on site. Cool. You drive it in the rain, sun, and snow. I do too. I drive it pretty much everything unless the weather gets really bad, like snow gets deep, like very deep, or I do have three other cars. So if it's really nasty out, I'll take one of the other cars. But we still pretty much drive. It's basically a daily driver. Ours is so. Calgary Rambler says, tall guy car reviews is easy to approach. This went pretty well tonight. Just one of those times when I just decided to do it real quick. I set it up about 10 minutes before I did it and just said, let's see what we're going to do. See how this goes. And it turned out pretty good. You just bought a second one, Jennifer? Hot Rod, any new mods coming? I'm hoping to do a few things. Hector says your dad hit your little brother with an iPad. Dominic's going to head out. All right, Dominic, thank you for being here. I appreciate you coming in and stopping by. I really do, man. Thank you very, very much for all the support of the channel and everything. Really, that's awesome. This guy got to play around in a police car not long ago, first time in the front seat. Yeah, Dominic, thanks for coming, man. Yeah, it's cool to get some girls in here and on the channel and stuff. I think my viewership, when I check it on the analytics and all that, it's like last time I looked, it was like 98 point something % male. That's okay though. Hector is typing away there. Something about the alphabet. Sky had a young lady at his work want to drive the RT. Did you let her? I don't get too many people asking to drive my car. I wouldn't probably let anybody anyway, but I let my brother. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's true, Becky. Everyone's welcome here, so even trolls. She's buying the same car as you. Hector's had a friend who ate a whole pizza in front of a homeless person. Well, that's just not very nice. Didn't even give him a slice. Come on, man. Not even a pepperoni or something? Crust? I'd give him some of my pizza. I'm a pretty nice guy. People don't think I am, but. Cool, Jennifer. Mine too. Yep, Skypack with the six speed. Only way to go. Although I'll probably end up getting an automatic because I want to get a Hellcat Red Eye, so that would have to be an automatic, or I might just get a regular Hellcat. I'm not sure. We will see. I'm gonna wait. I'm not worried too much about that at the moment. But I love the 6-speed. It's too much fun. Yep, she drives a manual even. That's pretty impressive. Sky says the last Challenger was an M6, but you wanted a remote start on the next one. I don't really worry about that too much. I'm not sure. I guess if I had it, I'd like it. I just don't really see too many scenarios where I would really care whether I had a remote start or not, but I suppose it's nice to have. And the new automatics are, it's not like the old days. The automatics are pretty great now, so they're quicker than the manuals, which was not the case a few years ago. So back in the day when you wanted to have a faster car, you always get the manual because you could shift it faster than it would shift itself. So, and it's totally the opposite now. Jennifer's husband has a Scat Pack Plus with the auto, but you like your 6-speed better. Cool. Yeah, I think as far as if I'm just having Scat Packs, I definitely would want the 6-speed. Like I said, if I move up to red, I can only get they only come in automatic, so we'll see. I've been in some fairly heavy traffic with the 6-speed. It doesn't really bother me. I mean, I can see where the automatic would be more, convenient, but I don't. It doesn't really bother me. Sky says you find you're more attentive driving in a manual. Yeah, you just feel like you're more part of the car. You're actually having to do something all the time, pretty much. So. Calgary says you might not like the Hellcat manual transmission. Do you know? What's human services? Google is your friend, Hector. Jennifer says, just got to take back roads and get off the highway. Yeah, you got to take the back roads, get off the highway. Idiots won't move. I like the back roads a lot. I love the older highways, that people don't use as much anymore. Interstate's great. I mean, it's definitely, it gets you there quicker and all that stuff. But so if you're just trying to get from point A to point B as quick as possible, but sometimes I like to just take the back roads, the old highways that aren't used that much anymore, and see a lot of the old stuff that used to be there and the old buildings that used to probably be a popular place, and a lot of the old closed up gas stations that were probably a thriving business at one time before the interstates, and all that stuff, the little towns that have kind of gotten passed by. It's kind of cool. I really like doing that a lot. It's more fun if you have time to do it, Tail Happy says the next one will be an auto. You've had 2 manuals. Jennifer says she gets better gas mileage. Hector wants to go to Area 51. There's nothing at Area 51. It's just a decoy for where the real stuff is. They want people to think there's stuff there. I get better. I can't complain about the miles per gallon, especially on the highway. Around town, it's terrible. But when I get out on the highway and take a long trip, it's really pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty impressed. Now, we, as some of you probably know, we also have a Toyota Prius as well as the Challenger Scat Pack, which is a weird combination of cars, I know. So it's a drastically different than that as far as gas mileage goes, but it's also drastically more fun as well. So. I have a strange collection of cars. We have a Dodge Challenger Scat Pack. We have a Toyota Prius, a Saturn SC2, and a Ford Focus station wagon. That's a weird combination of cars to have, I know, but they all serve their little purposes. So. Yeah, I've had mine, Jennifer. I've had mine up to upper 20s, 28 miles per gallon, and not just for short distances, for a trip, So get up there in sixth gear, cruising down the highway in 6th gear on flat road, and cruise control. It just hums along and gets pretty decent gas mileage. Now, when you get to a town or an exit ramp or whatever, an entrance ramp, and you start punching it ruins all that gas mileage you just had. But if you're just cruising, it's great. Nah, there's no aliens at Area 51. Yep, just keep them RPMs low. Becky, yeah, you said that before, Becky. You use a lot of gas. You must have a lead foot, huh? I do too. I like to have too much fun. I don't really, like I said, I don't go super fast, but I like to take off quick, and I like to downshift and let the pipes crackle and all that good stuff, and power my way out of a corner or stuff like that. Hey, Calgary, thanks for being here, man. Good to see you too, and come back, please. Thanks for supporting the channel and the live streams and everything. Really appreciate it. Thank you. What the hell is a Hellcat? Hector, if you don't know, then you're just missing out, man. See, a guy with a name like Hector should have a Hellcat. It just sounds good. Hector's Hellcat. That car was made for you. I don't know, Sky. I don't know anything about car covers. I really don't. I've never had one, so I do not know. Yeah, it's a demon spec kitty. There you go, Sky One. Becky's got some recommendations for car cover there. Yeah, I don't know anything. I've never owned a car cover, so I don't know. I don't know anything about them. So I would not be an authority in that department at all. Not that I'm really an authority in any department. Hot Rod, the GT3, the GT500 numbers, you mean the 0 to 100 to 0? Hector is Google. Oh, wow, Sky One. They said one that was so scratched up that they sent you another one. Cool. As long as they take care of it, that's how I judge companies, because things can always go wrong. You can't get mad at them because something went wrong, but if they handle it really well. Hot Rod says, yeah, and, 850 horsepower. Oh, wow. Yeah, I thought that 0 to 100 to 0 number was a little stunning. That was pretty awesome. That's a pretty badass car. We'll have to see. That is, those are some big numbers. I mean, it's going to be blazingly fast no matter what, and it's going to be cool, and it's going to be very sought after and probably very expensive and marked up. It won't be, MSRP won't be bad, but the dealers are going to, we'll see. Sky One says the problem with fast cars is it attracts slow drivers for some reason. Yeah. Maybe it just seems like it does because we can, I don't know. Hot Rod says, what do you think about a mid-engine Viper? I think that would be a wonderful thing. You can see it coming. I'm wondering if they maybe are working on that, somewhere in secret, a little bit at least. The thing is, I don't know, the prices, how are they going to compete with that Corvette pricing and all that? I don't know, but it would be cool. I'd like to see it. Because like Corvette and Viper, they both kind of took the front engine thing about as far as you can go with it. I mean, you run into a spot where it's like you got to go mid-engine or you can't really take that next step. So Becky Ware says, no, they keep pulling out in front of me and going really slow. People are asked to do all they do that. I live in a town full of senior citizens mostly, and you got to be really careful around here because they don't even see you. They don't realize there's other people on the road. they don't know what a turn lane is. They turn from their regular lanes, and yeah, it's pretty scary around here. They park on the sidewalk. They jump the curb. At the store I used to work at, I was outside one day and I heard all this screeching tires like somebody was doing a burnout, and I went around the side of the building to see what was going on. It was an old lady. She had her car all the way up against the wall, and she had the accelerator to the floor, and the front tires were just spinning on the sidewalk there, and smoke coming up, and she finally stopped, and then I ran over there to make sure she was all right, and she said that she had her foot on the brake as hard as she could get it, but it just wouldn't stop. She had her foot on the accelerator. Crazy. Okay, Hector. None of that. Chad, Joey, quick question. How wide are the mirrors on your car? I don't know. I'm not. Hot Rod, thank you, man. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Thanks for the nice comments and keeping the conversation and everything going too. You guys help out a lot with that. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Great conversation. Thanks for being here. Chad, I don't know how wide the mirrors are. I don't know. I don't know. They're like that wide. I don't know. Oh, Chad, you know, if you're, I got an old garage with you guys have probably seen in the videos. It's an older garage, not very wide, and my car, it fits, but you got to be careful and backing out and getting in. And sometimes I'll get a little too far to one side, and I got to remember when I pull out in the morning, it's like, don't, you know, because it misses on each side. Probably, I think I probably got I don't know, 8 inches or a foot of leeway. I don't know, probably more than I think. It seems like it barely fits, but I'd have to measure mine and see. I'm not really sure what mine is, but it's like an older garage, and it wasn't. It's not super wide, that's for sure. When I get inside the garage, I can open the doors enough to get out, but by the driver door, we hung a bunch of blankets on the wall right there, because if you go just a little too far, the door will go up against the wall. So we hung some comforters and blankets and stuff right there to kind of catch the door in case it slips, and it has a couple times opened up too far. Telepi says Hector needs to go to MotorTube's channel. I see a link there. Chad says the wide body is about 80 inches without the mirrors. You probably get a mirror measurement on that. I can check on mine. I don't know if the mirrors stick out any further on the wide body than on the regular one or not. Yeah, it's not hard getting out of the garage, but you got to pay attention for sure. And there's certain times of day when I pull in, the sun is coming right in the front window, and I really can't see very well. And it's a little intimidating sometimes because I think I know where I'm at, but I can't exactly see. So there's been a couple times when I just decided to leave it out for a couple hours and then come back later and pull it in when the sun's not shining right through the front window. Yeah, you could pull the mirrors in or whatever. Yeah. Yep, I've seen people pivot them down and up and stuff. I've never done mine, but I see that other people have done it. So I'm sure it'll fit, Chad. I bet you it'll fit. You just have to be super careful. And the more you back it in and out, the more confident you get. But you just got to keep it in mind. Okay, I got to be careful, even though you get confident. Yeah, just get a house that fits the car. I need a better garage, man. That's the only. I love this house. The house is perfect except for the garage. We got another car coming now. So we are going to try to park that car. There's a space between the garage and the house. We're going to try to park it in this space. I'm going to put down some. I haven't exactly decided what we're going to do yet. I'm going to build some kind of a little driveway there, whether it be out of gravel or paving stones or some concrete. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but so we got yet another car. So that would it will be the new car will be staying outside. The Challenger is going to be the one in the garage. So I've sold cars and motorcycles online before. Yeah, Becky, you need a garage, don't you? Yeah, Chad, get the car and you'll make it fit. Yeah, Becky doesn't have a garage. That's probably why she knows about car covers. Sky, don't worry too much about that. I mean, I know that, but you got to realize how many transactions take place online every day, whether it be Craigslist, eBay, all those sites or all the car sites. And you occasionally hear about something bad happening, but you're more likely to have trouble at a gas station while you're getting gas or something than you are to have a problem selling something. And you can always meet them somewhere too, like a parking lot of a big store or a gas station or the police station or whatever. So you can always do that. You can say, hey, meet me at the fire station down the street or the police station in the neighborhood or Walmart parking lot, because those places are pretty safe. No one's going to do anything too crazy in broad daylight. You know? Those problems you hear about with the online stuff are when someone says, come with cash and meet me in the driveway behind that old store that's been closed down for 20 years in the dark, and people are dumb enough to go back there. That's when the bad stuff happens. So yeah, meet at the dealership. Yeah, there's lots of places you can meet. So most police departments always say things like that. Hey, if you feel uncomfortable, meet. Feel free to use our parking area or whatever. Or yeah. I've had people right to my house. I don't really work. I mean, I don't want to sound like Mr. Macho Dude or whatever, but I'm not afraid of too many people, and I'm I would say heavily armed myself. So if somebody was crazy enough to try to do something to me, they might not leave here standing up. So we'll see. I mean, I'm not saying that they couldn't just shoot me or something, because they could, but yeah, go to Chad, go to the donut shop. You'll be very safe. Anywhere in public or whatever, or if it's in the middle of the day. I wouldn't encourage anybody to come to my house at night, but meeting at my house at noon on a Saturday or something, what's going to happen. I don't necessarily let them in the house. We usually do everything's out in the driveway or whatever. So I just sold a Harley Davidson a couple months ago, and the guys that showed up were actually in a motorcycle club. They had their colors on and everything, and they were very cool. Everything went fine, and no problems. And we just did all the business was out at the end of the driveway there. We didn't, everything went fine. So. And I've had a lot of people online where they end up, hey, thank you, Chad. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you as always. A lot of times, several of the things I've sold online, they have had a shipping company come pick it up too. So and then that all gets worked out. You get the money transferred to wherever the shipping company comes. It's pretty simple. I don't ship things for people because I don't want the hassle. But if they want to set everything up and have some trucking company come pick it up or whatever, that's fine. I'll do that. I'll be here for that. But I'm not going to take their vehicle anywhere for them. I'm not taking it to a shipper. I'm not shipping it myself, no matter what they want to pay me. A lot of them have like escrow accounts where the shipper holds the money, and when they pick up the car, they give you the money, and then you never even really see the person that you're dealing with. I bought a motorcycle that way too. I bought a Harley Davidson in Pennsylvania and had it shipped to Nebraska, and that's how that worked. I think how did it all work? I think I had to transfer the money. It was all legit. I mean, I didn't just do it stupidly. I mean, it was all, I researched the people and everything else first, but we did the deal online. I transferred the money, or most of the money. I don't remember how it all worked now, but then the shipping company delivered it. Yeah, that's the only thing scary about checks is there's so many ways to do a fake check now. Even a cashier's check is real easy to fake, and um, you don't even know it's no good until you deposit it, and your bank doesn't even know it's not any good. A lot of cases, so it could take a couple of weeks before that all shows up, and then all of a sudden 2 weeks later your bank lets you know that check you put in there is fake, and you're out whatever the money. Someone's got your vehicle. You don't know what's going on, although they'd have a hell of a time, I don't know, but those cases are rare. But there's also a lot of companies now online that will buy your car, and most of them are offering pretty fair prices too. Oh, what the hell? You have to look them up on Google, but there's several of them on now. They'll buy your car, transfer the money to your bank, and they'll come pick it up and all that stuff. So, what are those companies, guys? There's a few of them. I know there's. Oh crap! I'm drawing a blank. There's the one place where you take your car, and they offer usually pretty close to what you could get for it. And there's a couple that I heard offer you more than them. They're like online places. So. Like the guys offering you cash from home, yeah. Usually when you trade in a car, especially if it's a car that you have, yeah, it might be Carvana, might be one of them. Yeah, no, CarMax is the one where you can take it and they'll give you an offer. It's usually fairly, it's not, from the ones I've seen, aren't ridiculously low. They're just probably a little lower than what you would sell it for yourself. Of course, you're avoiding all the headaches of trying to sell it yourself too. So I suppose the convenience is worth a little bit of money. Sometimes I sell motorcycles or cars, and it's a super easy transaction. Takes a couple days. It sells real quick. There's other times when I put something up and I get 20 flaky people who say they're going to be here. So I stay home. I wait for them. They don't show up, or they do show up and then they're wishy-washy, or it's a guy. Here's the main thing. No offense to women here, but a lot of guys will call about looking at your motorcycle or your car, and they're all excited and they want it. And they're like, I'm buying it. I'm just coming. I'm bringing the money. I'll be there. I'm coming. And when they pull up, if they got their girlfriend or wife with them, there's a really good chance that they're not leaving with that vehicle. They'll talk them out of it. Because women are smarter than us. We get emotional and we want to buy the vehicle because we want it. Women are like, they think a little more than we do, I think. The Mazda is a 2016 Grand Touring, fully loaded, perfect condition, but the only offering 15 grand, and you want 19 for a 3-year-old, $30,000 car with 37. Yeah, that sounds a little pretty low. Yeah, that's too much lower. I mean, if you want 19 and they offered you, 1750, it might be worth the convenience or something. I mean, 17,500. It might be worth it for the convenience factor, because you might spend a good part of your time for the next few weeks trying to sell that car. So, but yeah, 15 for that seems low, way low. There you go. I had a 74 Ford pickup, which was a pretty cool old truck and everything. Not exactly the most valuable thing in the world, but I got some pretty good money from it. And the dude was in Michigan, and he was buying up these trucks all over the country. He bought mine, and they came to pick it up, and this big old car carrier thing came to pick it up, and there was I think there was 4 other trucks that were just about like mine, same, real close to the same year, all Fords. They were all very similar. So he was really into these things. It was pretty cool though. It was kind of cool. They pulled up and pulled mine up on there, and I was sad to see that go too because it was a pretty cool old truck. I love old trucks. I got a thing for old trucks. So. Becky Ware says you try to talk your ex out of buying an old truck. Speaking of old trucks, he didn't listen since he was borrowing the money from me. Uh-oh, that could be a problem. There's issues right there. A lot of the problems with the truck, you just laughed. Yeah. Well, anytime you buy an old truck or an old car like that, there's going to be, even if you get it running perfectly in 2 weeks, something's going to go wrong. That's just how they are. So. Stock market will be fine. It goes up. It's better now than it's been in forever. So even though, yeah, it has its moments where it drops, but it's still. Yeah, that's the cool thing about those older vehicles. You can do a lot of it yourself. So rather than having to take it to a mechanic, and even if you do have to take those to a mechanic, there's less labor and stuff too. Most of the stuff's pretty easy on that old stuff. So if you can't do it yourself, it's still cheaper to. It's probably better to lend an X money than it would be to loan a current money. D-Stack 1, what's up? Hello. Oh, you talked about the 6-month warranty thing? D-Stack says he went to get the oil change with only 19,000 miles, but you told him that it's a 6-month thing. That's what the memo says, so I'm going to follow it. Sky One. Becky's you want to donate to his new Hellcat? D-Stack, he said he actually chuckled and said it did not exist. Well, that's not what I saw, so. I have photos of the document, so I think it's okay to change it every 6 months anyway, even if you haven't gone very far. So it's not a big deal to me. If it said every 2 months or something, I might be a little more reluctant, but every 6 months, it's not a big deal. I'll do it anyway. Becky Ware says you have no job and they'll soon take away your baby if you don't find a job. Oh no. Sky One says $90 for. I paid more than that, and then when I just did one myself, it was 80. I think the one I just did myself was $80 or so. That was me doing it. Joe Donkey, what's up, Joe Donkey? Oh yeah, that's right. You just got a new wide body a month ago, and now they have the big sale going on. I bet that happens though. You buy something and then something that goes on sale, or there's something better comes out, or something right after it. But that's just part of life, man. That's how it goes. Use Mobile One. Yeah, I use the Platinum Pennzoil Ultra Platinum, which is super expensive. I've got the cheapest deal I could find on it. But hey, Sean's here. What's up, Sean? Thanks for coming in. Better late than never. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up here pretty quick. But good to see you, man. I kind of did this impromptu little thing here. Didn't really announce it much ahead of time, so I'm surprised this many people showed up. Yeah, D-Stack, probably a good idea. Just because that guy hadn't heard of it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Because if something goes wrong, and that is, that is a real thing out there somewhere, and if something goes wrong, they're certainly going to bring it up if it is a real thing. So, 7 courts and a 392. Yeah, tell Happy borrow money from him. That's what you got that idea. Tell her, yeah, Becky, tell Happy's right. Borrow the money from him now. I saw that, Sean. I was reading through that. I got to read through a little closer, but I was at work actually, and I was looking at my phone, so uh, I couldn't read really. I sort of skimmed over it, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'll check that out. Joe Donkeys is Destroyer Gray. Okay. Sean's going to have a new video on AT Racing this weekend. Cool. Everybody check out Sean's channel, ET Racing. It's pretty cool stuff on there. And now he's got a new car, so it should get even cooler. You got a dyno session this Friday, and you will be recording that. Sweet. Nice Hellcat content coming from Shawnee. Nice. Becky, you need to find some. You need to find a rich. You need a sugar daddy. Sky One, got to run. All right, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the great conversation tonight, and good luck on your shopping there. Let us know. I'm sure you will. So let us know what's up. We want to stay updated. Becky says no. We got quiet now. They want to drive your car. Sean, that is awesome, dude. Redline red with black interior. So you're still in the little honeymoon stage where you can't believe it's yours kind of stage. That's a good stage. I still have that feeling sometimes, but see, when the right car comes along, everything falls into place. So I should do that. Tell Happy. I'd be worried if I drove for a living. I'd probably bloat up to about 300 pounds in a year. Well, guys, I think we're going to wrap this up for tonight. We've been going for over an hour and a half. Wow. Oh, Becky, that's right. You don't see very well, do you? I forgot about that. Yeah, the Octane Red nice. All the colors are nice. Redline Red's a great color too, so they all look good. There's nothing wrong with any of the colors. It's one car that just looks good no matter what you do to it. So I still say they should have a pink color. I think they'd sell a ton of them to females if they did that. I think that would be something that would go over pretty well, actually. Anyway, guys, I am going to rock out of here. I'm starting to fall asleep. I got to work in the morning. Thanks everybody for coming in. Kind of an impromptu little thing here. So, yeah, I think pink would be good. I disagree. I think pink would be good. I think they'd sell a bunch of them. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all so much for the support of the channel. You guys rock so much. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to head out and go take a shower and go to bed. See you guys. Thank you for being here. And I'll be back Sunday night for sure. And I'll have some videos out before that. So if not before, I will see you guys all Sunday night. I hope you all come in Sunday night. And watch my videos between now and then and subscribe and like and all that good stuff that everybody always says. Good night, guys. Thank you. Thanks for coming in, everyone. I appreciate it.